Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very good morning and welcome to Aucor right here. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's our official Standard Bank sale here for the month. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, a huge thank you to all of you that have taken your time to be here today. Also, a couple of huge announcements here today. We're going to introduce you to some of our new ventures that Aucor has just signed up. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, a huge welcome and thank you for joining us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, according to the CPA, I need to introduce myself to you. My name is Adrian Thomas, and I'm going to be the auctioneer conducting the sale here today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important for you to listen to the terms and conditions of the sale here today. It is important that you all know and understand how the rules of auction apply. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very important. If it's your first time on auction, please understand and listen very carefully. These rules are on a strict knowledge basis for you to understand. Please, we don't want anybody making any mistakes here today. We want everybody to be confident enough to buy a vehicle that you are here to buy. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, the terms and conditions states the rules of the auction comply of Section 45 of the Consumer Protection Act 2008 and its regulations thereof. Ladies and gentlemen, you would have all registered with your ID, driver's license, proof of residential address. That would have given you a bidder's number. If you have registered for the sale here today, please make sure that you have your bidder's number on hand. I will need that as soon as I sell a vehicle to you. So please make sure that you have that number on hand. If you've registered online, look on your login page, you will find your bidder's number there. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, there's a few rules that apply in relation to Section 45 of the Consumer Protection Act and the financial institutions that we are selling on behalf of. Ladies and gentlemen, we are selling on behalf of Standard Bank here today. All vehicles are from Standard Bank. Also, a huge thank you to Mr. Lucas himself from Standard Bank. He decided to take a rooftop view here today. I don't know whether he wants to do his 21st speech today or what he's doing on the top there, but I think he wants to push the prices high up. That's why he's gone to the top. But nonetheless, Lucas, a very big thank you for supplying us with the vehicles here today. We appreciate the business, we appreciate the support. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, please note, as per the FICA requirements here today, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important. There is a new legislative law that is being released. Every customer that registers for the sale here today is going to have a compulsive screening that will be done on all FICA documents that have been submitted. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not submitted your FICA documents when you've registered, our administration team might contact you for your correct FICA documents. All customers here today that have registered for the sale would go through a screening process. It is now a law of the auction environment and from the financial institutions for us to do a screening. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward to the terms and conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, as an auctioneer, I reserve the right to determine who the highest bidder is, and my word is final. Should one of my colleagues tell me that I've missed a bid, I have the right to go back into the bid that I've missed, take that bid, and start the sale up from that point. Ladies and gentlemen, no negotiations before the sale, no negotiations after the sale. Please make sure that you bid on this vehicle while I am selling it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a drive-through auction, so please, I urge you, be behind the rails, please, at all times. I know all of you like to stand around. Some customers like to stand here. They feel I'm going to give them the price quicker. But please be careful, we are driving the vehicles through. If there's any kids here, please make sure that your kiddies are with you at all times. Very important. Ladies and gentlemen, all vehicles have reserved prices. If I, as the auctioneer, do not meet the reserve price, I have the right to declare a vehicle unsold at any given point. Please understand that. Vehicles are parked 48 hours prior to the sale commencing here today, which has given you ample time to check the vehicles and do your homework. We do not guarantee the descriptions, makes, mileages, and models of the cars. It is your responsibility to check the vehicles prior to bidding on them here today. Please do not make a mistake. Check the vehicles before you bid on them. We have a very strict policy here at Aucor. We do not entertain cancellations. Very important. Please do not make a mistake. Make sure that you're confident in what you are buying and that you calculate your pricing properly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right here at Aucor, we also offer finance. So you don't only have to buy a vehicle cash here today, you can buy a vehicle on finance. However, we do not sell vehicles subject to finance. Make sure that you've got a pre-approval prior to bidding on a vehicle. If you win a vehicle here today, it is your responsibility to make sure that you pay for the vehicle. Please understand that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I spoke about our newly signed up ventures and the new endeavor that Aucor is following here. Ladies and gentlemen, you all would see that we've got the My Way team here seated on my right hand side. A huge thank you to you guys for joining us here today. We appreciate the business and welcome. Welcome to Aucor. So ladies and gentlemen, we have joined the venture Aucor and My Way. They are here to assist you as well. One-stop shop. Ladies and gentlemen, you purchased a car here today, you're welcome to get it insured before you drive it off. How's that? I mean, come on. The first thing we want to do is insure our cars before we put it on the road. You have it at your doorstep. Have a chat to Nash and friends sitting at the table there, and their team will guide you through. Also, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words. If you buy a car at Aucor, or if you're the dealer buying at Aucor, they will also give you special rates on your insurance. So if you're a businessman, I would suggest have a chat to them. Let them give you a free quotation. You might save yourself quite a lot of money. Mark my words, they were here last week and we had a couple of customers that wanted free quotations from them, and the fortunate part about it is they were unbeatable. Some of the customers are already saving money. So ladies and gentlemen, we're providing that service to you to insure your vehicles, insure your business, insure your fleet. So please have a chat to them. They will be more than glad to assist you and give you a free quotation. It's not going to cost you anything. All you have to do is provide them with your details and they will give you a quote based on your portfolio. But mark my words, it is worth giving the information. Everyone wants to save a buck or two. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, as always, the auction prices of today's sale. You all will be very happy to know that there is no buyer's commission on the sale here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I think there's 2 fleet cars, am I right? 2 fleet cars that have a 6% buyer's premium, but on all the other Standard Bank vehicles, there is no 6% buyer's premium. So the pricing will go as follows. Selling price of the car, which is a hammer price, plus 2,600 Rand for your documentation fee and 15% VAT on top of that. Make sure that you do your calculations properly and that you have enough money to pay for your car that you have bought here today. Ladies and gentlemen, very important, should you buy a vehicle, you want to send somebody else to collect the vehicle on your behalf, you are welcome to do so. However, I know with the non-runners, normally the customer that buys it sends in a truck to come and collect the vehicle. We will need a letter of authority with the person's ID and driver's license giving that person permission to collect the vehicle on your behalf. We are here to protect the asset, and we are here to protect you as the purchaser, and we are here to protect the institution we are selling on behalf of. So make sure that you do it the right way. Instruct the staff to release a vehicle to a tow truck driver with his ID and driver's license. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not accept any cash here on the premises. We do not have any agents working for us. Nobody can sell you a car before the auction or after the auction. Do not give your hard-earned cash to anybody. There's a lot of scammers in the market. Nobody can remove a vehicle off an auction in Aucor countrywide. The only way you can buy the vehicle is on auction. Please understand that. Do not give anybody your hard-earned cash. Also, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, all vehicles are sold as is with no duty to repair. Okay? It is your responsibility to make sure you've checked the vehicles prior to bidding on them here and so forth. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the end of the terms and conditions. I don't want to bore you anymore. But a huge welcome and thank you to all of you for joining us. We wish you the very best of luck. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking bids from 2 platforms. I'm taking bids from all of you that are here live, and I'm taking bids from an online platform as well. When a bid comes in from an online platform, that's the sound you will hear. So a huge thank you to all our online followers as well, social media followers. We appreciate your support. I urge you all, bid as quick as you can. I close the vehicles down on the first call, second call, third and final call. So once my hammer is down, I will not accept a bid. Whether it comes in from the floor or online, first call, second call, third and final call, sold. Once the hammer is down, the vehicle is sold. So please bid as quick as you can and best of luck. I normally must start a thing or two, but I think we're all good. Lucas disappeared now. All right, happiness. Any questions? Why are you so quiet? Are you scared of me? I don't bite, I just push the price up. Alrighty, all good. Drivers, Shana now. Righty, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the bidding here. Lot number 2. Lot number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the 2023 Honda Venue 1.2 motion. It's a manual here, ladies and gentlemen, got 49,000 Ks on the clock here. It's going to be with money. It's going to be with money. A retail on the vehicle just short of 270,000 rand. Where are we going to go to start the bidding up here today? I think it's got to fly out of here. Anywhere at 140, I'll take the bid. 140, I'll go. Then you go to 140 now, bring it to 140 now. Can I get a hand at 140? I'll take the bid. At 140 now, bring it to 140 now. Can I get a bid now right here? Then you go to 140 now, ladies and gentlemen. Got 49,000 Ks on the clock here. It's worth money. It's going to be worth money here, ladies and gentlemen. At 140, I'll take the bid. Then you go to 140 now, bring it to 140 now. I'm going to close it down. One more time at 140 now. Can I get a bid now? I'm going to go 130. At 130, I'll try. Then you go to 130 now, bring it to 130 now. Can I go? One more time at 130 now. You're going to make me work for my money on the first lot. Nah, I can see that. How much are you going to go here today? Can you drop it down to 110 for me? 110, I'll go. Anyway, to 110 now, bring it to 110 now. Can I get a hand to go right here? At 110,000, come on, guys. Got 49,000 Ks on the clock here. At 110, I'll go. 110, I have. At 110 now, bring it to 110 now. Can I get it 2.5? At 112 and a half now, can I get it now? 112 and a half, I'll take the bid. At 110 now, bring it to 110 now. 112 and a half online. 115, sir. At 115 now, bring it to 115 now. One more time. One more time at 115 now. I'm going to close it down here, ladies and gentlemen. At 112, 115, you player. At 115 now, bring it to 115 now. 117 and a half. 117 and a half, I'll go. At 117 and a half online, 120, sir. At 120 now, bring it to 120 now. You want to go now one more time at 120, I'll take it in. At 117 and a half, I'm going to close it down here, ladies and gentlemen. 117 and a half on the first. Second, third and final call, 120 is back in. At 120 now, bring it to 120 now. Can I get a 122 and a half? 122 and a half, I'll take it in. 122 and a half online, 125, sir. Don't face your back to me, sir. 125, you want to go? At 125, now, bring it to 125, you want to go one more time? At 122.5, I'm going to close the bidding down here, ladies and gentlemen. At 122.5 on the first, second, and third. Sold 1035 at 122 and a half. 122 and a half to buy a 1035. Righty, lot number 3. Looky. Time to impress the neighbors. Righty, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 3 here. It's the 2021 BMW 320i M Sport Automatic here. 88,000 Ks on the clock, and it's a G20. It's a G20 here. It's going to be with money here today. Where we go? Retail on the vehicle is short of 540,000 rand. How much are you going to go here today? 300, I'll take the bet. But too low, sir. Give me something to work with. Why are you all screaming at me? How much you gonna go? Give me something reasonable. 280, I'll take the bet. 280, I'll go. Anyway, 280 I have. At 280 now, bring it 280 now, 285. At 285 now, bring it 285 now, 290, sir. At 290 now, bring it 290 now. You wanna go 290 now, 295. At 295 now, one more time. 295, I'm going to close it down. At 295 now, you say yes, sir. You're nodding. 295 I have. At 295 now, but you get 300. At 300 now, but you get 300 now, I'm going to close it down here. At 295 to bed. At 295 now, can you get a hand? Now I'm going to close it down. 300 in 305. At 300 online at the same time. 305, sir. At 305 now, but you get 305 now, can you get it? Now I'm going to close it down now one more time. 305 is in. 305, 310, sir. At 310 now, but you get 315. At 315 now, you want to go now one more time. At 310, I'm going to close it down now, but now 310, I'm going to close it down on the first. 310 on the second. Third and final call, 315 online, 320, sir. 320 online, can I get a 325? At 325 now, but you get 325 now, can I go? One more time with 320, 325 online, 330. At 330 now, can I get a hand here, ladies and gentlemen? At 330, 330 you win. 330 I have. At 330 now, but you get 335. Then with 335 now, I'm going to close it down at 330 is the video on the first. Second. And third, 335 is back in now, 340. 335 came in online, 340, sir. At 340 now, but you get 340 now, 340 you want to go. At 340 I have now 340 online, 345. 345 online, 350. At 350 now, one more time, 350 I have. At 350 now, but you get 355. Then we're 5 and 5 of 355 now, can you get it now one more time? 355 you want to go. At 355 now, I'll take it now one more time. At 350 is the video on the first. Second and third. So 350 is yours, so what's that number? Remember what I said, ladies and gentlemen. I give you a first call, second call, third and final call. If your bet comes in after the hammer's down, sorry, I cannot take your bet. 249. Buy a 249. Ready, lot number 4. I'm going to make somebody very happy here today. Lot number 4 here, ladies and gentlemen, 2021 Renault Sandero 900 Turbo Expression. Have a look at that mileage. Have a look at the car. Where are we going to go? I'm going to ask you for 65. But how much you want to pay? Give me an offer. Who's at 50? Reveal yourself. 50 I have. That is 50 now, bring it 50 now, can I get a 2.5? Then you have a 2.5 now, 52.5 now, 55, sir. That is 55 now, but either 55 now, you want to go. That's 52.5, so right now, can I get a 5 and 5? That's 55 now, can I get Angela, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close down 55 now, you're putting now 57.5. That's 57.5, you play now 60. At 60 now, can I get a hand, ladies and gentlemen? I'll take a bit now at 57.5 to bed. At 57.5 now, can I get a 60 now? I'm going to close it down. At 57.5, 60 is back in. At 60 now, can I get a 2.5, sir? At 62.5 now, one more time, I'm going to close it down. At 60 is the bed here on the first. Second, third and final call. 60 is yours, sir. What's your number? Buy a 330 at 60. Ready, lot number 5. Lot number 5, ladies and gentlemen, time to go. 2019 Toyota Corolla 1.2 Turbo XS here. Gotta be worth money here today. Where are we going to go to start putting up here? We can have a vehicle this short of 245,000 rand. Where are we going to go here today? Anywhere 1. But too low, give me 100, I can take it, sir. 100 I have. That 100 now, bring it to 100 now. I need 105 minimum to sell. You want to give me 105? 105 I have. That 105 now, bring it to 105 now. Can I get a 107 and a half? That 105 now, bring it to 105 now. I'm going to go down 107 and a half. 110. That 110 now, bring it to 112 and a half. That 112 now 115. That 115 now, bring it to 115 now. You want to go? That 112 and a half now. Can I get a 115? That 115 online. 117 and a half, man. That 117 and a half now. Can I get a 120? That 120 now, bring it to 120 now. I'm going to close it down. 120 online. 122 and a half. That 122 and a half now, bring it to 120. But now I'm going to close it down. 122 and a half I have. That 122 and a half now. Can I get it now? 125. But now 127 and a half. 127 and a half I have, 130 I'll go. That 130 now, bring it to 130 now. Can I get Angela, ladies and gentlemen? 130 online, 132 and a half, man. At 132 and a half now, 132 and a half I have now, one more time to 135. At 135 now, can I get Angela now? I'm going to close it down, 135 online, 137 and a half. 137 and a half I have, 140 to go. At 140 now, bring it to 140 now. Can I get it now? One more time to 140 online, 142 and a half. At 140 now, bring it to 140 now. You want to go 2 and a half? At 142 and a half now, I'm going to close it down. 142 and a half to bed. 142 and a half I have, 145 I'll go. At 145 to 145 to 145 now, I'm going to close it down. 142 and a half on the first, second, and third. 142 and a half was yours, ma'am. What's the number? 248. Buy a 248 at 142 and a half. Righty, lot number 6. Lot number 6 here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. We're going to go. 2020 here becomes on the 1.2 starts here. Have a look at that mighty super here. Absolutely low. How much are you going to go here today? Can you drop the starting bid price for me? Drop it to 60. 60 I'll go. Then we're at 60 now, bring it at 60 now, can I go? That's 60,000 when you lift up your hands, ladies and gentlemen, at 60 I'll take the bed. Then we're at 60 now, bring it at 60 now, you 60 I have. That is 60 now, bring it at 60 now, can I get a 2.5? That's 60,000 when I'm going to throw it down here, ladies and gentlemen, at 60 on the first. Second, 62 and a half, now 65. That is 62 and a half, came in online, 65, sir. That's 65, I have now one more time with a 67 and a half. That's 67 and a half, now can I get a hand, and now I'm going to close it down at 65 the video on the first. Second, and third, 65 is yours. What is it? 249, eh? 249. Right, lot number 7, Ace. Is a Verta. Verta. Everybody loves him, eh? Yeah, that's fine. Right, lot number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shock you all here today. Lot number 7 here, ladies and gentlemen, 2013 VW Golf 7 on the GTI, 20 TSI, TSG, and it's a Verta. Let's up higher, ladies and gentlemen. How much are going to go to start the bidding of your retail on the vehicle just short of 245,000 rand. I'm going to buy you here today. Anyway, I think Casey drop it down for me. Let's start the bidding of here. 75 I'll take. 75 I'll go. Anywhere at 75 now, bring it at 75 now, can I go? That's 75 I have. That is 75 now, bring it at 75 now, 77 and a half, I'll take the bid. That is 77 and a half at the back now, 80 you want to go. At 80 now, bring it 80 now, I'm going to close it down at 77 and a half, the bid here on the first. 18 new player, 82 and a half, sir. At 82 and a half, now bringing 85. At 85, now bringing 87 and a half. 87 and a half, one more time, 87 and a half, now 90 online. 87 and a half online, 90 you want to go. 90 I have. At 90 now, bringing 2 and a half. At 92 and a half, now you want to go now one more time, 92 and a half online. 95, sir. 95 online, 97 and a half. 97 and a half online now, 100. At 100 now, bringing 100 now, can you get it now one more time? You want to go 100? 100 I have. At 100 online at the same time, 102 and a half. 102 and a half I have. At 102 and a half now, bringing 105. At 105 now, bringing 105 online now, 107 and a half. At 105 now, bringing 105 now, you want to go 7 and a half. At 7 and a half now, bringing 110. At 110 now, bringing 110 now, can you get it now 110 online? 112 and a half. 112 and a half online, 115. At 115 now, bringing 115 now, 115 now, 117 and a half to go. At 117 and a half now, can you get a 120? At 120 now, bringing 120 now, can you get a hand and I'm going to close it down. At 117 and a half on the first, second, and third. Thank you. 120 came in online, 122 and a half. You mustn't just put your hand, you must scream if I don't look at you, huh? 125 is a bit, 127 and a half, 130. At 130 now, bring it to 130 now, you want to go 130? At 130 I have on the floor, you ladies and gentlemen, 132.5. At 132.5 now, can I get a hand and I'm going to close it down at 130 on the first, 130 on the second, 132.5 online, 135 you want to go, sir. At 135 you want to go one more time, 135 I have. At 135 now, bring it to 135 now, can I get a 7.5? 137 and a half on the close, bidding down here at 135 on the first, second. You want to drop me to 1,000, sir? You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. 136 I have. That 136 now, bring it to 137, you want to go. 137 now, 138. That 138 now, bring it to 138 now, 139. That 139 now, bring it to 140, 141. That 141 now, bring it to 141 now, you want to go. That 140 is a bit now, I'm going to close down. Show him who's boss, sir. 141 you want to go. At 141 now 142. At 142 now bring it to 143. At 142 now I'm going to close it down at 142 now 143 now 144. At 144 now bring it to 144 now I'm going to close it down 143 on the first. Second, 144 in. I will come down there if you tell me 500, eh? 143, 144 you in. 144 is in. 145. At 145 now bring it to 146. At 145 now I'm going to close it down at 145 on the first, second, third and final call. 145 is yours, sir. What's your number? 331. 145 at 331. Are you happy, Lucas? Right, lot number 8. Lot number 8, ladies and gentlemen, that's how many you're gonna go. Hey, what a beauty. What a beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 Toyota Prado VXL. 3 liter T automatic here. It's gonna be worth money. Have a look at that mileage. Low mileage for the year. Now you want to feel a bit presidential? Here's your moment. How much are we going to go here today, guys? Retail on the vehicle is short of 755,000 rand. Where are we going to go to start the bring up here today, guys? 350 I have. That is 350 now, bringing it 350 now, can I get a 355? Then we have a 355 now, bringing it 355 now, 360 now, 365. That's 365 now, bringing it 370 now, 375 now, 380. That's 380 now, bringing it 85 now, 390 now, 395. That's 395 online now, 380 is now, 395 now, 400 I'll take. That's 400, 400 I have. That's 400 now, bringing it 400 now, can I get it now, this thing is just flying here. It's too fast for me. 410 now, bringing it up 415 now, can I get a bid? That's 410 online now, 415 the bid now, 415 online, 420. That's 420 online now, 425. That's 425 I have now, I'm going to have it at 425, 430. That's 430 now, bringing it up 430 now, can I get a bid now, 430 now, 435, I'm going to come back, right? That's 430 the bid now, I'm going to have it at 435. That's 435 now, can I get a handle, ladies and gentlemen, 435. 435 online, 440 sir. 440 online, 445. That's 445, 445 I have. That's 445 now, bringing it 450. That's 450 now, bringing it 455 now, 445 I have. That's 445 now, bringing it, how much? 5. I'm going to come back to you guys, right? Online is running. 465 to bed, 470. That's 470 now, 500. 500 I have. That's 500 now, bringing the 505 now, 510. That's 510. I know I'm too fast for you here, Casey, but 510 to bed online. 515, 515, 520. That's 520 now, bringing the 525 now, 530 now, 535 now, 540. That's 540 now, 45, 550. That's 550 now, bringing the 555, 560, 570, 580. That's 580 now, bringing the 585 now, 590 now, you want to go. That's 590 now, bringing the 595 now, 600. That's 600, you want to go now one more time to 600? That's 600 now, bringing the 600 now, I'm going to close it down. That's 595, we're going to go on the first. 600 online, 600 on 605. That is 605 now, but you get 605 now, 610 you want to go. 610 half now, 615. That's 610 now, I'm going to go down the ladies and gentlemen, that's 610 on the first. 615 online, 620 sir. That is 615 now, but you get 615, I'm going to go down to 615 on the first. Second, and third. Selling 615 by a 1068. Happiness. Right, lot number 9. Lot number 9 here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be worth money here today. We're going to go to start putting up here. 20, 22, 40, so 1, 2, go to change here. Got to be worth money here today. We're going to go to start putting up here today, right? Wow. How much are you going to go? Anywhere 100. 100 I'll go. Anywhere to 100 now, bring it to 100 now, can I go? That's 100,000, and you lift up your hands, ladies and gentlemen, 100 I'll take the bed. Anywhere to 100 now, bring it to 100 now, can I get a hand to go? That's 100,000, and you lift up your hands, and now, ladies and gentlemen, now, can I get a hand to now, where are we going to go? Any offer? 100 I have. At 100 now, bring it to 100 now, can I get 102 and a half? At 102 and a half now, bring it to 102 and a half now, can I go? At 100,000, and I'm going to close it down here, ladies and gentlemen, at 100,000, you ends up with you on the first. 100 on the second. Third and final call, selling 100 to buy a 1074. Right, lot number 10. Lot number 10, yeah, lucky. That's the 2020 BMW 320 IM Sport here on the automatic. That's the G20. Where are you going to go to start the putting up here today, guys? Retail is short of 490,000 rand. Where are we going to go here today? 220, I'll take the bet. 220, I'll go. Anywhere to 220 now, but again, 220 now, can I go? That's 220,000 rand, you lift up your hands, ladies and gentlemen, at 220, I'll take the bed. Anywhere to 220 now, but again, 220 now, can I get a hand to go right here, right now? One more time to 220 now, can I get a hand, ladies and gentlemen, is there any offer on the vehicle? No offer on the 320. Wow. How much are you going to go? No offer. How much? And here's someone saying, no offer. Wow. I'll tell you what, how much? 140. Yo, yeah, Papa, when you're born. Who's so joy, huh? How much are you gonna go? Give me something reasonable to work with here. Can I start the bidding of here at 170? I'll take the bid. 170, I'll go. Anyway, to 170 now, bring it to 170 now, can I go? At 170,000 range, lift up your hands, ladies and gentlemen, 170, I'll take the bid. Anyway, to 170 now, bring it to 170 now, can I go? One more time to 170 now, can I get a hands, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close it down. At 170, I'll take the bid here on the first. 170 on the second. 170,000 rand on the third and final call. Nowhere 170 I have. At 170 now, bring it to 170 now, can I get a 175? At 175 now, bring it to 170 now. Can I get a bit now one more time? How much you need? 180. And you confirm. There we go, sir. The bank said my reserve price on the car is 226,000. The bank said at 180, you will confirm the sale here, right now. 180 I have. That 180 now, bring it to 180 now. Can I get a 182 now? At 180,000, and I'm going to close it down to ladies and gentlemen. 180 is the bid on the first, second, third, and final call. Nowhere at 182.5. Can I sell, sir? 180 is yours. What's your buyer's number, sir? 274. That's a nice buy. Right, lot number 11. Taxify and Uber. Righty, lot number 11. Lot number 11 here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have it. We can go. 2021 VW Polo GP 1.4 comfort line. Hit the comfort line here, ladies and gentlemen. 75,000 kilometers on the clock here. Where are we going to go to start putting up here? Retail on the vehicle is sold at 225,000 rand. Anywhere at 120, I'll take the bid. 120, I'll go. Anywhere to 120 now, but you 120 now, can I go? At 120,000 rand, we'll lift up your hands, ladies and gentlemen. At 120, I'll take the bid. Anywhere to 120 now, but you 120 now, can I go? One more time at 120 now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to close it down here at 120 on the first. I mean, have a look at the car. I don't even think it needs recall.
Please like and share.
Tell me the truth. I don't think it needs recall, right? Don't lie. You just want to pay 10,000 rand less. How much you gonna go? 100. 100 I have. That 100 now, bring it to 2.5, 5 now, 7.5 to go. That's 7.5 now, 10. That 110 now, bring it to 112 now, 115. That 115 now, bring it to 115, you want to go. That 115 now, 117.5.
This is Aucor, Johannesburg.
Now, bring it to 2.5. That is 122.5 now, 125. That 125 now, bring it to 125 now. Can I get a bit now one more time? 122.
As I see, this guy is actually giving away cars today.
125 online now. Can I get a 127.5? At 127.5 now, bring it to 130.
Oh, and thank you for the gift, Shabanga.
At 135 now, bring it to 135 now. Can you get a hand in now? Close it down. 135, I'll take it now. 137.5. 140. At 140 online, 142.5. At 142 now, if you want to go. 142.5 online. 145. At 145 now, bring it to 145. 145 online. 147.5. At 145 now, bring it to 145. I'm going to close it down at 145 on the first, second, and third. 147.5 new player. At 147.5 now, can I get a 150?
No, I didn't see any quantums in this auction.
152.5, sir. 152.5. At 152.5.
Standard Bank does not normally have quantums on their auctions. I don't know why. But you'll find quantums at MFC on Wednesday in Kempton Park.
152.5 is yours. Buy at 342 at 152.5. What is that number again, sir? 234. 342. All right, 342. Right, lot number 12. Lot number 12, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. We're going to go. 2016 VW T1 1.4 TSI on the promotion. Yeah, it's going to be wet money. It's the buy motion. Where we're going to go. Trend fund. Have a look at that mileage for a 2016. That's why the car looks so clean. It's stunning for a family SUV. Ladies and gentlemen, retail on the vehicle just short of 240. How much are you going to go here today? Anywhere at 130, I'll take the bet. 130, I'll go. Low mileage on the clock here. 130, I'll take. Anywhere 130 now, bring it to 130 now, can I go? At 130,000 ready with the engine now, can I get a bit now? 130, I'll take the bet. Anywhere 130 now, bring it to 130 now, can I get a engine now? How much are you going to go? Any offer? No offer. But too low, sir. No offers here. Wow. Too low. I'll tell you what, I can start at 90.
Yeah, West Bank has got a lot of quantums as well, eh? And their auction, probably every auction they've got about 10.
90 I have. That 90 now, but
Or close to 10.
Can I get it 2.5?
And they have their auctions on
Now can I go?
opening on Wednesday and closing on Thursday.
92.5, now 95. At 95 now, 95 I have. At 95 now, bring it 95 now, can I get a 7.5? At 97.5 now, can I get a 100? Ladies and gentlemen, 97.5, I'm going to close it down. At 97.5 now, can I get a 100? At 100 now, but get a 100 now, one more time, one more time, one more time, now 100, you want to go? At 97.5, I'm going to close it down at 97.5 on the first, second, third and final call. Nowhere at 100, sure. Selling 97.5 by a 1095. Friday, lot number 13. Lot number 13 here, ladies and gentlemen. 2019 winner, quid one. It's a dynamic here. Gotta be worth money here. Wow, 73,000 Ks on the clock here. Looky. Perfect little one around. How much are we gonna go here today, guys? Anywhere at 45, I'll take the best. 45, I'll go. Anywhere to 45 to 45, now can I get a hand to go? At 45,000, we're going to get a hand to ladies and gentlemen. 45, I'll take the best right now. Anywhere to 45 to 45, now can I get a bit? That's way too low. With that mileage, you won't accept that. Give me something reasonable here. I'm at 45. How much you want to pay? Any offers? It's got 73,000 Ks on the clock here. How much you going to go? No offer. Wow. Who's at 20? You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. 20. Whoa. I'll tell you what. I'm asking 45. You're giving me 20. You meet me in the middle, okay? I'll drop 15 grand. You go up 10. Give me 30, I'll take it. 30 I have. And 30 now, but you get 30 now, I'm gonna get it 2.5. Anyway, the 2.5 now, but you get 2.5 now, 32.5 now, 35. At 35, the now, one more time, 37.5. Anyway, the 37.5 now, but you get 37.5, I'll go, but 35. At 35 now, but you get 35 now, gonna get it 37.5 to close it down. At 35 now, I'm gonna close it down, ladies and gentlemen, at 35 on the first. 37.5 now, 40. At 40 now, but you get 40 now, you wanna go one more? 38. 38, 39. 40. At 39 now, bring it 39 now, let's go down, ladies and gentlemen, at 39, but you're on the first, second, and third. Nowhere at 40, sure. 39 is yours, sir. What's your number? 271. Righty. Lucas is shaking his head at me. He says I must stop selling all the cars. Righty, lot number 14. Lot number 14 here, ladies and gentlemen, 2014 Audi Q3, Chili's TVI Quattro, and it's an S-Tonic here. Gotta be worth money here today. Where are we gonna go to start the putting off here today? Here's another one. I mean, surely, retail, 215,000 rand.
I don't think anyone does motors. The problem, I think why you say left that auction is walking around because the cars are not to drive through. So you have to walk around, follow the cars. Some of the cars are outside. When it's hot, it's bad. So I think one person that tried to do them also, because there are a few guys that are in Johannesburg. There is Uste, there is Nemo, there is Top Nice Cars. But they don't go to that auction much. Walking kills people. Sometimes you have to walk in the sun.
At 90,000 rand on the first, 90 on the second, 90,000 rand on the third and final call. Nowhere at 92.5, sure. 90 is yours, sir. What's your number? Buy 246 at 90,000. Where can you buy a car like that for 90,000 rand? Only at Aucor. Yeah, Papa. Yes, the gold. Righty, lot number 15. Lot number 15 here, ladies and gentlemen, 2022 Hilux Super 8 GD6 here. That's a legend, gotta be worth money here today. We're gonna go to start opening up here today. Anyway, at 2:30, excuse me. At 230, I'll take the bet. Anywhere at 230 now, but here's 230 now, can I go? At 230,000, ready with the hands, ladies and gentlemen, at 230, I'll take the bet. Anywhere at 230 now, but here's 230 now, can I go? At 230,000, ready with the hands, ladies and gentlemen, how much are you going to go? But too low, sir. How much are you going to go? Something reasonable to work me with here. I'll tell you what. I can start the bidding off here at 195. 195. 195 I have. That 195 now, but you get a 195 now. Can I get a 197 and a half? That 197 and a half now, but you get a 197 and a half to go. That 195 is a bid now. Can I get a 197 and a half? 197 and a half now, 200. That 200 now, but you get a 200 now. 200 online, 202 and a half. That 202 and a half, 202 and a half I have. That is 202 and a half now. Can you get a 205? That is 205 now, but you get a 205 now. Can you get a 202 and a 207 and a half? That 205 now, goes down there, 207 and a half now, 210. That is 210 now, 210 I have. 210 online, 212 and a half, sir. That is 212 and a half now, but you get a 212 and a half now. Can I get a 215? I'm going to close it down. That 215 now, can I get a 217 and a half? That 217 and a half now, can I get a bit now? One more time with a 215 is a bit. That 217 and a half now, can I get a 220 and on the first? 220, 220 I have. That 220 now, can I get a hand in now? 222 and a half. 222 and a half, 225. That 225 now, but I need 225 now, can I get a bit now? 225 online. That 225 now, can I get a 227 and a half? That 227 and a half, you want to go? That 227 and a half is a bit now, I'm going to go down here, 227 and a half, 230. 230 online, 232 and a half, sir. 232 and a half I have, 235. That's 235 now, but you get 235 now, I'm going to go down here, ladies and gentlemen, at 232 and a half to be on the first. 235 I have, 237 and a half, 240. That's 240 now, you want to go 240, sir? That's 237 and a half, I'm going to go down at 237 and a half, 240 I have. That's 240 now, but you get 240 now, 2 and a half now, one more time. That's 242 and a half, I'm going to go down 242 and a half now, 245.
Yep. No, I'm not actually at the branch now. I'm actually streaming online from online.
Now online, 247 and a half, 250. At 247 now, viewing 250, 250 I have. That is 250 now, but you get 250 now, can I get a 2 and a half? At 252 and a half now, 255. That is 252 and a half now, I'm going to close it down at 252 and a half on the first. Second, third and final call. Selling 252 and a half by a double 162.
Why won it 86 days and 4x4 2.8 2020.
Why lot number 16. Lot number 16 here, ladies and gentlemen, 2021 is Suzuki Max 258 for each side here. It's the safety back here, going to be worth money. Low mileage on the clock for the year. How much is going to go here today, guys?
That's the price of a single cab.
280,000 rand, anywhere 140. 140 I'll go. Anywhere 140 now, but you 140 now, can I go? That's 140,000 rand.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, 140 I'll take the bed. Anywhere 140 now, but you 140 now, can I get a hand to go now? How much are you going to go? Any offer? No offer on the Isuzu. Wow. For the workhorse. Come on. 100 I have. That'll 100 now, but you get a 100 now, can I get a 2 and a half? That'll 102 and a half now, but you get a 102 and a half now, can I go? That'll 100,000 rand now, can I get a 2 and a half? 102 and a half now, 105, sir. That'll 105 now, but you get a 105, 109, 107 and a half. That'll 107 and a half now, but you get a 110 now, 110 now, 112 and a half to go. At 112 and a half now, can I get it now, one more time at a 115? That'll 115 at a 115 at a 115 now, 117 and a half to go to bed. At 117 and a half now, can I get it now, one more time at a 115 is a bit now to go down. 117 and a half, 120 so. 120 I have. At 120 on the line, 122 and a half. At 122 and a half now, 122 and a half I have. At 122 and a half on the line, 125, 125 on the line, 127 and a half. At 127 and a half now, you want to go? 127 and a half now, 130 on the line, 132 and a half. At 132 and a half now, but either 132 and a half now, can I go? At 130 on the line, I'm going to close it down here, ladies and gentlemen, 132 and a half now, 135. 135 on the line, 137 and a half, 137 and a half I have. At 137 and a half now, can I get a 140? At 140 now, but either 140 now, 142 and a half, 142 and a half, 145. At 145 now, but either 145 now, I'm going to close it down, 142 and a half on the first, 145 on the line, 147 and a half. At 147 and a half now, but either 147 and a half, I'm going to close it down at 145 on the first, second, and third. Selling 145 by a double, by a 1060. 145 to buy a 1060. Right, lot number 17. Lot number 17 here, ladies and gentlemen, 2015 here, Ghana I-10, 1.1 GLS motion dealer there. It's going to be with money here today. We're going to go to start putting up your perfect little roundabout. Yeah. Listed. How much is going to go? Bit too low, sir. Give me 25, I'll start. 25 I have. That is 25 now, bring it to 25 now, 26 now, 27. That is 27 now, bring it to 27 now, 27 and a half on the line. 30 you want to go. That is 30 I have now, one time to 32 and a half. That is 32 and a half, I've got 30 on the floor, 32 and a half I'll go. That is 32 and a half now, bring it to 2 and a half now, 5. That is 35 now, 35 I have. That is 35 now, bring it to 7 and a half now, can you get it now, let's close it down. At 35, give it now, 37 and a half, 40. At 40 now, bring it to 40 now, 37 and a half to bed. At 40 on, no, I'm at 37 and a half on the floor. At 37 and a half now, can you get a 40? Anyway, to 40 now, bring it to 40 now, let's close it down at 37 and a half on the first. Second and third, nowhere at 40, so sure. 37 and a half is yours. Buy a 302 at 37 and a half. Number is 302, eh? Gonna double check. 100%? Cool. Righty, lot number 18. Lot number 18 here, ladies and gentlemen, has got a Kia Cerato on the 20 TSX here. It's an automatic. It's an automatic here. It's going to be worth money here today. Where are we going to go to start putting up here? Retail on the vehicle is short of 170,000 rand. How much are we going to go here today? Anywhere at 70, I'll take the bet. 70, I'll go. Anywhere at 70 now, bring it at 70 now, can I go? One more time at 70,000 rand. You lift up your hands, ladies and gentlemen. It's an automatic. It's an automatic here at 70,000 rand. You lift up your hands now. Can I get a hand now? How much are you going to go? Too low. Way too low. Nobody wants to give me something reasonable here. How much are you going to go? I'll tell you what. I'm asking for 70. Somebody give me 50, I'll take it. 50, I'll go. Anywhere to 50 now, but you to 50 now, can I go? That's 50,000 rand for an automatic. My bottom line, I can start at 45. I can't do any damage. My bottom line, at 45, I still cannot sell. 45, you want to go? Hey, 45 I have. That's 45 now, bring it to 45 now. Can I get a 46 to go? That's 46 now, bring it to 47 and a half now. You want to go 48? 48 I have. That's 48 now, bring it to 49. That's 49 now, bring it to 49 now. Can I go? That's 48 now, and I'm going to close it down at 48 to be on the first, second, and third. 48 is yours, sir. What's your number? 1085. Righty, lot number 19. Lot number 19 here, ladies and gentlemen. 2020 on VW Polo, 1 liter TSI comfort line. 62,000 kilometers on the clock here. Looky. How much we going to go, guys? Anywhere at 165. 165, I've already got a bid at 170. 172 and a half. That 172 and a half now, can you get a 5 now, 7 and a half to go. That 177 and a half now, can you get a bit now, one more time, 175 I have. That 175 now, can you get a 7 and a half now, 180. That 180 now, can you get a 180 now, 2 and a half to go. That 182 and a half now, can you get a 182 and a half now, 185. That 185 now, can you get a 185 now, 187 and a half. That 187 and a half now, can you get a 187 and a half now, can you get a bit now, one more time, 190 now, 192 and a half, 195. That 195 now, can you get a 195 now, 197 and a half. That 197 and a half now, can you get a 200 now, 202 and a half. That 202 and a half now, can you get a hand, ladies and gentlemen. That 202 and a half now, can you get a 205. That 205 now, can you get a bit now, one more time, 202 and a half. I'm going to close it down on the first. Second, 205 I have. That is 205 now, but you get 205 now, 207 and a half. That 207 and a half now, 210, sir. That is 210 now, but you get 210 now. You want to go now one more time? That 207 and a half, you want to go 210. 210 I have. That 210 now, but you get a 212 and a half. That 212 and a half now, can you get a bit now? I'm going to close it down at 210 to put it on the first. Second. And third.
This is an Aucor in Johannesburg, number 89, Sterling Road.